As we are joined now by Yankees principal owner Hal Steinbrenner. Hal, welcome. How are you?
Hey, Mike. Good. Doing well.
Appreciate a couple of minutes. Hal, first, your thoughts on the season just concluded.
Well, look, every year we're out to win a championship. So from that standpoint, not making the playoffs, not winning a championship, disappointed. But at the same time, I'm proud of the club. It seemed like we faced adversity from the beginning of the season to the end and every point in between. And in my opinion, they kept fighting. They never gave up, and I think that's why we were still in it in mid-September. And I'm proud of them for that.
I agree, and I thought your manager did a very good job, and I know you guys feel the same way. How would you, what would you say right now about the Girardi negotiations?
Well, I talked to Joe on two different occasions. I made it clear to him that we do want him back. My family thinks he did a great job this season, given everything that happened, and we're going to try to work something out. We're going to try to work out a deal that's fair for both of us and acceptable. And as always, there's other factors involved and things to be overcome, but we're working on it.
Will you allow him? Will you allow him the time to maybe let other clubs get involved, or will you want an answer before the end of the month?
I think we both agree, and I don't want to speak for him, but I think we both agree. Both sides agree that this needs to be done quickly because, quite frankly, we're going to be starting our baseball meetings, as we always do, soon, and we want the manager, whoever that is, hopefully Joe, to be a big part of them. So sooner rather than later, I think we both agree on that.
Hal, does your failure to make the playoffs in any way impact how you look at 2014, or would it have been the same had you had a successful 2013?
No, we've certainly learned a few things. Some of the players in the minor leagues that we were hoping would contribute in a big way really didn't, and we've certainly got some issues there that we're looking at as well. But our focus is always the same, to win a championship, and whether we make the playoffs. If we don't win a championship, we don't win a championship, and we know that there's improvement that needs to be done.
How important is the 189 and the idea of getting under the luxury tax?
Well, for several reasons, it's important, and it's certainly a goal that we take seriously and we're going to strive for, Mike. But as I've said before on numerous occasions, it's not going to come at the expense of fielding a championship-caliber team. We know that's what we're expected to do, and we're going to do it. So
if it comes down to 189 or put the right product on the field, it'll be put the right product on the field.
That is correct.
Okay. How much in your mind does the A-Rod proceedings, as far as his salary goes, impact your thought process?
Well, that's a two-way street. None of us know what's going to happen, of course, but if he's not with us, obviously that's a math factor that makes a difference. But at the same time, you've lost one of the best third basemen in baseball. So there's a downside either way, I guess, is the way I would put it. So we'll just have to see what happens.
What's your thought process on this whole A-Rod thing?
Well, it's just I can't comment on it, of course. It has nothing to do with us. It's between him and baseball. But it's tough that we got to go through this, all parties involved, and we'll just have to see what transpires here in the next month or two.
How about the idea of him suing the team doctor and the hospital?
Mike, I really don't want to talk about that. That's ongoing litigation at this point, and again, we're not involved with that either.
So, no opinion on? Are you surprised?
Well, I can say that we have a lot of confidence in Chris Ahmad, and I know a lot of the players do as well. But I can't comment on the lawsuit itself, but we certainly have confidence in Chris Ahmad.
Any animosity from the organization standpoint towards A-Rod?
No animosity that I know of. This is what it is. We're just going to have to wait as from the sidelines, so to speak, and let it play out and try to figure out what we've got going into next year.
What's your thoughts about Jeter? Are you confident he can come back? Are you worried? What's your thoughts about Jeter right now?
Well, nobody's got a better chance than him. Nobody has more drive, and nobody wants to be there to contribute more than he does. And we're absolutely planning on him being back. But having said that, his age is his age, and the injury is a fairly severe one. But we're hoping and praying, and we expect him to be with us.
We're talking with Hal Steinbrenner, the Yankee boss, about this past year and, of course, looking ahead to 2014, which all Yankee fans want to do. The farm system, are you surprised it didn't contribute more this year? What would you say about there were some comments that were attributed to you in the middle of the season. Are you disappointed with where it is right now? What would you say about the farm system and your plans for it going forward?
Well, I am disappointed. I think that is a good word, and I think we all are. We finally got, with all of the injuries, something not normal for us. We finally got a chance to really try to bring a lot of these players up and see how they could contribute, and it was not as good as we had hoped. I think that's fair to say, but We started working 2 months ago, looking at everything having to do with player development, scouting, process, personnel, you name it. And we're gonna do what we need to do to make it better. I can assure you of that.
Robinson Cano and his negotiations. Your comment on where Robbie is right now, and your thoughts about Cano.
Well, it sounds like he wants to go out and test the market and talk to whoever he needs or wants to talk to, and that's not unusual, of course. We want him back. He knows that, and within reason, we're going to do everything we can to make sure that happens. But time will tell.
You have always said, in an interview we did about a year or two ago, you said the Yankee fan always expects something new for his team. You always try to give them something new each year. The ratings were down on TV this year. Attendance down a little bit, not earth-shattering. Does that tell you anything about the Yankee fan and about your audience?
Well, nothing that we didn't already know. I mean, look, New York is a marquee town. You know that better than me, Mike. And people love to see Derek Jeter and the Mark Teixeiras, and that just wasn't the situation this year. Having said that, I thought there were a lot of great stories on the team, and I think the team did great staying in contention. But there's no doubt that New York's a marquee town, and they expect to see the Derek Jeters of the world.
Hal, has the Yankees' way of doing business changed at all, or is it the same as it's been, over this last generation?
It's the same as it's been. Try to field the best team we possibly can, given the resources we have, and try to win a championship every year.